In season 2 of The Chosen, we saw the development of the character of Matthew. And in a few of the episodes, Matthew is writing down some of his memories of the events that he had witnessed about Jesus as he performed those signs and wonders, as he taught so many different people. And so we really see the beginning then of Matthew's gospel. And even some of the apostles, they said to him, well, maybe you shouldn't be writing these things down. Maybe it'll be bad. It'll hurt us in the long run. But of course, we know today Matthew's gospel is still with us. An interesting thing in Christmas with the Chosen, the messengers, is the portrayal of St. Luke. And we know Luke is another evangelist. Now, he wasn't one of the 12 called by Jesus, but Luke becomes one of these co-workers with St. Paul. He goes on to write the gospel and also the Acts of the Apostles as the second volume of it. Now, listen to how St. Luke begins his gospel. Inasmuch as many have undertaken to compile a narrative of the things which have been accomplished among us, just as they were delivered to us by those who from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word, it seemed good to me also, having followed all things closely for some time past, to write an orderly account for you, most excellent Theophilus, that you may know the truth concerning the things of which you have been informed. St. Luke then tells us right there at the very beginning, he's interviewed people, he's talked with eyewitnesses, and now he's writing down those accounts. St. Luke's gospel emphasizes the Blessed Virgin Mary. Now, we notice in Matthew's gospel that it emphasizes St. Joseph and his genealogy and all of the events that happened in Joseph's life leading up to the birth of Jesus. And in Luke's account, then, we have the visit of the angel to Mary. We have the visit of the angel to Zechariah and Mary going and greeting Elizabeth. We have the birth of Jesus and the presentation. These are episodes in the life of Mary and Joseph and Jesus that only someone who was there would be able to recount it. And that's why many of us believe that Mary was one of the text sources for St. Luke in his gospel. St. Luke writes about the Blessed Virgin Mary. She treasured all of these things in her heart. Only Mary could say, I treasured these things in my heart. It would be a great leap for St. Luke to do this himself, to say Mary treasured these things, if Mary didn't tell him that was what she did. In Christmas with the Chosen, the messengers, it's very beautiful how Mary is using another individual to transmit the stories. Do you know where Luke is? Go find him. There are some things that I left out that I need to tell him. She recounts them, writes them down, and they're brought to St. Luke at the very end of Christmas with the Chosen. And that really makes us think about St. Luke writing his gospel, especially those early parts. Maybe as you prepare for Christmas, you'll want to read the first chapters of St. Luke and to hear how St. Luke tells this story, and maybe to think about how Mary would have been telling these things to St. Luke. And now he's sharing them with us even to this very day, nearly 2,000 years later. There's another tradition about St. Luke as well. And that tradition is that he was an artist and he painted the Blessed Virgin Mary. And one of the images that they claim he may have painted is Our Lady of Czestochowa. Now, there are a few other images that possibly St. Luke is attributed as the artist. Now, whether or not he is, I'm not sure. But it's just another aspect of connecting St. Luke to the Blessed Virgin Mary. And we can do that especially at Christmas. We can do that with Christmas, the Chosen, the messengers, because of how they interweave Mary telling the story of the Nativity and how it was given to St. Luke. I hope you'll spend some time in Luke's Gospel.